All right, so we're going to try to record this lesson again. Something happened with Screencastify earlier. Don't forget hit like and subscribe at the bell. This is a very dangerous time because this is my loudest class. As I'm talking louder, they continue to get louder. So this is going to be awesome. All right, so part one. Oh, they finally got quiet. This is great. All right, so we're going to remember we multiply. We're going to do the numbers first. So 8 times negative 5, negative 40. Okay? Now, when it's the same base, no treble, you add the exponents. All right? Now, as Siri told us all yesterday, because somebody forgot to use their calculator and then asked Siri loud enough for everybody in the 256 to hear, that we're going to get negative 1. So, here's the deal. This is what you need to know right here. In red, where it says no answers with negative exponents, that's a change from the directions from what y'all have now for all the rest of them. Okay, I didn't specify, that was my bad. Okay, I'm telling you now that this shouldn't happen. So if you wrote this for this problem, for this paper, technically you got it right. For the test, it should look like this. Okay? Last Thursday, we had a handout that said if there's a negative exponent to make it positive, we move it to the basement or vice versa. Don't make me be that guy to like be petty and pull up that notes right quick. I can. Okay. Oh, dang it. I wanted to so bad. All right. Now, hey, whoever's got their notifications on loud enough for me to hear with my limited hearing, please stop. So let's think about this. I wonder if there's like written math rules to tell us like which order we should start doing things, like a order of operations or something. No, 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 no. Y'all keep saying PEMDAS. I'm like, isn't there like an order of operations? Is there a yes or no? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Finally, the answer to the question I was asking. Use that. Exponent. We're going to start in the bottom. Why would I start in the bottom? Y'all remember that word when y'all say PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Do y'all know what it means? Y'all say lots of words that y'all don't know the meaning to. All right. I multiply. That was, remember, and it's a power to power, you multiply. Okay? I should have done it like this. Sorry. That was very ugly. All right. Now, all right. So parentheses exponents. That's what the E stands for. Exponents. Now, that's what that is. Parentheses exponents. Okay. Now, we don't have multiply. We do have divide. That's what this is. So think about it. When we multiply with the same base, we add the exponent. So when we divide with the same base, we should subtract. All right. So minus a negative, Yes, makes it add. So we should get x to the 26th. I'm, somebody's going to ask sometime between now and Friday, does it matter if the exponents are written small? Well, see, that would make sense, though, right? Remember, common sense is like deodorant. Not everybody uses it. And, all right, so that's 1 and 2. Believe it or not, the problems that I am picking for 1 and 2 are the easier of the ones I have. All right, 3 and 4. Now, what is the only thing that's attached to that fractional exponent, that rational exponent? The s. The 5 is our root. The 3 is our power. Now, I would check something on number 4 because Mr. Jeffries is different. He's kind of unique. Sometimes I do problems and forget how they work out. Okay? I want to try this first. So now remember, because this is like distributed property on steroids. We kind of have a notes on that too. I can pull that up. So 343, 2 over 3. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if I can plug this into the calculator and see if it will reduce. Okay. Aha! It does. 49. Shh. So that is 49. So we could just write 49. Now, all we have to worry about is the pirate's favorite letter. Thank you. Look, there's not very many problems. I'm trying to make you purposely go slow. I don't want you. This is the only thing in the world I am fast at. Okay? I am a very pudgy, middle aged Caucasian man. I am not very fast at a lot of things besides this. Okay? If you don't laugh at that, you are wrong because that is freaking hilarious. Yes, I'm Caucasian. Who just asked if I was Caucasian? Somebody asked if I was Caucasian. Okay, so on number 5, I want to check something before I wreck something. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna check this right quick, just in case, because Mr. Jeffries does stuff and he forgets about it. Okay, I get a decimal. So guess what? I don't have to worry about simplifying that. So all of this is together. Together. No, not really. All right. So, and it does matter if it's in parentheses or not. It does matter. Parentheses matter. Okay. For those that don't know, I have my classroom is haunted. It has just random noises that just. Okay. All right. So on number 6, the X is the only thing inside the house. So X is the only thing inside the parentheses. Insert song lyrics right here that somebody's going to bust out and start saying. All right. So yes, and that's this. This is what you do. This is, as they used to say in the song, this is how we do it. All right. Oh, we still have more stuff to do. Yeah. All right. Now, you need to write this down. I would write this down because some of y'all didn't get it the first 5 times. This is for expo functions. You don't actually, hey, you know what? Don't write it down. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare write it down. Okay? So, all right. Well, I wonder if the reason why the teacher told you to write this down, because it might be important, and it might go along with the next problem. You know, oh, yeah. So I might need to get one of those like captain's hats and like put obvious on it. And when people say stuff like that, we just make you wear it. All right. So it says circle each of the following that represents an exponential function. 3 points each. So this is a representation for exponential functions. X is the power. I thought more people knew what an exponent is. They didn't. So power, they do know. Okay. The graphs look like this. Okay. The y values change by multiply and divide. No, 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 no. So knowing this, if we look at number 7, we should now, even though it is written circle, I will get only about half of the test back that circles it. That's an exponential because x is the power. C is an exponential because its graph looks like the graphs that I wrote there in green. It also looks like the graphs we did on Monday, but that would mean that people would have to think back to Monday, and if their chemical romance is really strong, then there's no way they're remembering Monday. Okay. And the insert saying is for singing. Okay, so and then if we look at our y's, we're multiplying. So I'm circling D. Nope. E's a bystander. Shh. For those who's watching this video and wondering why I'm busting out randomly and stuff, is because the class I'm in, they have zero impulse control and they will bust out randomly in noises and song lyrics. All right. Are we going to number 7? Okay. So, number 5, or part 5, number 8. These are calculator problems. Now, these are calculator problems, not problems with the calculator, problems that you use the calculator. Okay? Okay. So, you would actually plug this into the calculator like that. Okay? You use your calculator. Okay? All right. So, it gives me a fraction of 1/3. I'm going to leave it like that. Because remember, when we divide by 3, it's a nasty decimal. Okay? All right. So, that's part 5. It's a calculator problem. It should be easy. But, you know, all right. On all right, part 6 will only have one problem on it from now on. Part 6 will only have one problem on it from now on. So now instead of having 15 problems on your test, you will now have 14. They almost started taking off their shoes to do the math. It was amazing. So, all right. It's like I labeled it almost because, like we had the notes, that told us, like, it looks like this. Okay. Remember, if B is bigger than 1, it is growth. If if B is between 0 and 1, have y'all not figured out that I'm making fun of y'all about like how annoying y'all that is? Like seriously, it's like having a classroom full of goat boy. I'll show you the goat boy video later. All right. All right, so Growth is when B is bigger than 1. Decay is when B is between 0 and 1. Don't say it when it's a decimal because I can put 1.5 up there. That's a decimal, but it's still growth because I've done that before because I'm that petty. I'm P-E to the T-T-Y. What? Young Thug? Is that Old Thug's son? Yeah. So, all right. Now, you start a chicken farm, okay? Just for clucks. Now, okay, nobody got that. All right. So you start off with 1,000 chickens, okay, which is a little advantageous. All right, this it would be our A, our apes of 0. This is where we start. It doubles. This is our growth. So when we write our function, which is again very similar to like what we did yesterday. You mean some of this stuff is connected? It's almost like it's all on the same test for the same reason. Dang it, Bobby. All right, now, when it says stuff like this, because it says it doubles every 3 months, okay? I don't know if y'all know this about chickens, but they lay the eggs, they have to warm the eggs hatch, they take care of the baby chicks, and then the chicks leave, and then the cycle has to all start over again, okay? So that's why it's every 3 months. So if it's something like this, I usually write down a hint so I don't get 1,000 questions on test day. Not just a hat wrap, my friend. So that's what I'm going to plug into the calculator. Okay? Now, when we do that, look at all those chickens. Okay? 4,096,000 chickens. Now, if you just sell the fingers off the chickens, you can make a lot of money, but then you got chickens walking around without fingers trying to pick up stuff to eat. They just got little nubs. It's really hard for them to eat, okay? All right, all right. All right. Is there going to be a hint on the test? All right. Do we have 12 and 13 now? Okay, good. Awesome. All right. I would make this change right there. This chart is no longer worth 5 points, it's worth 10. After doing a little bit of thinking, I was like, wait a minute. This chart used to be worth 5 points when we were doing absolute value because a lot of it was repeated, so it was easy. Now a lot of this is not repeated, so it should not be easy. It should be more difficult. So hence, therefore, more points. And what's funny, every day since we started doing this, I know this is only the second day, people are like, where'd you get those numbers? And I'm like, magic. So, all right, H is the opposite of this. So this goes here and it goes here. All right. Random song lyrics here right now. All right. So you plug it in. Some of yous already know the pattern. Some of yous don't even know what's going on right now. Now, we do not have a zero right here in our chart. Oh no. So, is there anything keeping us from actually plugging in a zero into that formula? Are you sure? Okay, because you know what? This is what's going to be funny. Somebody's going to ask me between now and Friday, and just I want to like shoot sassy bolts like right out of my fingertips, like the emperor. Okay, just tons of sass and sarcasm. I sure can plug in that zero. All right, we get 66. So we can write it like this or this. It doesn't matter. You choose. Look, it should be big. Look, at negative, when x is -4, it's 6. It's exponential. Okay? It's like, if you tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on. Yeah. All right. So everybody got this one? Awesome. All right. 4, 12, 36, 108, 320. Hut, hut. What's happening each time? Since we're multiplying, this is geometric. Okay. What is our R? 3. Okay. How do we find our A sub 0? Yes, 4 divided by 3. That's going to give us a crazy decimal, so we're just going to leave it as 4 over 3. So, our formula, now, for those that happen to be absent yesterday, yeah, it's on the notes, it's in the videos, it's online. You know what? If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Okay? You'll ask somebody what somebody said about somebody else, but not what you missed in class. Okay? But that's it. Okay? All right. So that's your first practice test review. Don't forget hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. Oh, and be able to control your impulses in class. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.